Almost overnight, an Instagram account calling itself the DIMAGI NAXAL Party exploded in popularity, claiming nearly 200,000 followers in its first 24 hours. The group's central slogan is "Think, Research, Resist." It is a digital movement steeped in heavy irony, taking a deeply serious political accusation and wearing it as a joke. Even senior political figures leaned into the satire. Former Union Minister P. Chidambaram took to social media to publicly declare that he is proud to be a DIMAGI Naxal. This sudden wave of digital rebellion was triggered by a specific event: Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 80th Independence Day address from the Red Fort. During the speech, the Prime Minister warned that while armed Naxalism is nearing its end, people with an ideological Naxal mindset, a DIMAGI Naxal, continue to pose a threat and must be isolated. How does a term introduced on India's most prominent political stage as a grave national threat instantly morph into an internet meme? To understand that, we have to look at the history of the word itself. The term Naxalism traces back to the 1967 Naxalbari uprising, cementing its association with armed rebellion. Over the decades, the conflict spread across the Red Corridor, exacting a massive human toll of thousands of lives. But in recent years, the political application of the term expanded. The label urban Naxal emerged in public discourse, frequently used by government supporters to target intellectuals, human rights activists, and academics in major cities. This created a strange legal paradox. Despite the heavy usage of urban Naxal in political rhetoric, Union Home Minister Amit Shah admitted in Parliament that the term actually lacks any official legal definition. Now we have DIMAGI Naxal. This latest iteration pushes the label even further from its origins, moving the accusation away from physical action completely and placing it entirely in the realm of the mind. When the state uses a word historically tied to violent insurrection to describe peaceful dissenters, the word sheds its original gravity. It stops being a description of a crime and becomes a tool for political labeling. The internet's response to this is a tactic called linguistic jujitsu. Instead of defending against a severe accusation, the accused disarm it by aggressively embracing and mocking the label. By proudly adopting the name DIMAGI NAXAL Party, the creators neutralize the threat of the word. They highlight DIMAGI, meaning mental or intellectual, to explicitly reject any association with physical violence. They've also tied their movement to freedom fighter Bhagat Singh. By doing this, they frame their digital resistance not as anti-national behavior, but as a legitimate fight for intellectual freedom. This ironic rebellion serves as a highly sophisticated defense mechanism. Young people are using internet culture to push back against the criminalization of their thoughts. This satirical pushback brings us to a concrete democratic dilemma: the fragile boundary separating sedition from dissent. In a democracy, there is a strict mechanical difference between taking up weapons against a state and a citizen questioning government policy. Critics warn if criticizing state ideology is officially categorized as a Naxal mindset, the space for legitimate debate shrinks. In his address, PM Modi stated that armed Naxalism is taking its last breath. The end of actual physical violence is a clear victory for the state. But policing a mindset introduces a totally different ideological danger. In a free society, ideas must be challenged with counter-ideas, not with the threat of criminal prosecution or social exclusion. Defeating armed insurgency strengthens the nation, but treating peaceful dissent, irony, and critical thinking as a mindset crime ultimately weakens democracy itself.